from there, man, I was waiting tables, busting my chops, working every single day, just, working, saving. And it brought me to a place where I realized that I needed to start working smarter and not harder, right? And because of my past, I realized that I can't just go to a university.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Carrot Cast. I've got an amazing guest with me today, and I'll introduce you to him here in a second. But y'all, one of the cool things I always love to do with the Carrot Cast, we've got the Trevor Truck Talks that kind of are like behind the scenes, what's coming out of my mind, out of my heart as I'm driving to or from my house. And then we're fortunate enough to be able to have so many amazing clients here at Carrot that we get to bring them on the podcast. We get to talk about their journey, their stories, what they're doing, how they're succeeding, what their losses are, how they're winning with Carrot, all that kind of stuff. And so today we get to bring on a guest of mine, Ben Lovro. And Ben's over on the East Coast. We're going to break down what his business is, how he got started, all that kind of stuff, where his business is now. They do really good consistent deals every single month, between 4 and 6 deals a month. And they're in multiple different areas, to multiple different states as far as in this. We'll dig into all that. But one of the things right before I hit record in this, it's one of the most exciting things where I'm pumped about this podcast, is we can talk real estate stuff all day long, which we're going to talk about a lot of real estate stuff in here. But the mindset stuff, especially when things get harder, if a market gets harder, things like that is the biggest part. So we're going to dig into mindset stuff and really how Ben has honed and tweaked his mindset to get him from where he was to where he is. So welcome on the podcast, man. Welcome on the Carrotcast.
Thank you, Trevor. It's an absolute honor to be on here today, man.
Dude, it's been a long time coming. We were talking about before I hit record that your name has been popping around my mind for a while, and just so appreciative to Brady on my team to make that connection. I think you reached out, but making that connection, like, let's get Ben on, because you're doing some really cool stuff over there, and it's not easy. I think anyone can relate. It's not easy to get a business going, get an idea rolling, and now you've got to the point to where you're crushing it in Google and the rankings. You're bringing in multiple deals a month, 4 to 6 a month, and you're in the middle of a rebrand and all kinds of cool stuff. So we're gonna unpack all that. But dude, let's give people some context. So who are you? Where do you live? What's your business do? Like what does your business look like right now?
Yep. So I was born and raised in New Mexico, of all places. We'll jump in the story later on in the interview. But moved out to South Carolina, living in Columbia, which happens to be the state capital. Got here in 2014, and it was just a shift in my life, transformation phase. My auntie and uncle ended up offering to help me relocate, establish myself, and really get off on a new page. So from there, man, I was waiting tables, busting my chops, working every single day, just, working, saving. And it brought me to a place where I realized that I needed to start working smarter and not harder, right? And because of my past, I realized that I can't just go to a university and, get some degree that I could present to a corporate employer. If I wanted to build something of significance, I would have to put in the work myself and build it from the ground up. So out here in Columbia, we've been in the real estate industry about 3 years, not super long.
Yeah.
And from there progressed from, learning marketing, learning the mindset of a seller, started wholesaling, and we've scaled up a good bit and, really branched out with our rehab division.
Dude, so I definitely want to dive into the marketing side. I want to dive into, how you guys scaled up past that first couple deals and things like that. But I think one thing, especially for the newer investors or agents, right? There's a lot of real estate agents that are starting to listen to the Carrot Cast. And if you're a real estate agent, why should you continue to be on this episode? Well, first of all, Ben's wife's an agent, but y'all, you guys need to be listening. You guys need to be listening to what real estate investors are doing, because they're out there serving clients that with the solution that unless you're an investor agent, you just oftentimes can't serve those clients as well with that solution, and vice versa. There's things you guys can do as agents that the investor traditionally can't do unless they're an investor agent or work with someone tightly. So we're gonna dive into that. But